This is what we drove across Europe for. Over 150 Teslas, all synchronized, putting on one of the biggest light shows I've ever seen, and honestly, it was better than I expected. If you've missed the journey of how we got here, I'll link the earlier parts above. But now, this is what it was all for. Ben goes electric, goes international, and tonight, it all pays off. Welcome to Ben Goes Electric. If you missed my previous videos of my journey here to Lelystad, click in the top corner to watch the videos of the road trip here to the Netherlands. So yes, this is the great European Tesla light show. We've got over 100 different models from across Europe coming to one location here. We're going to be at the RDW test centre here in Lelystad. Reason for that? Maybe you'll find out. A big thanks to Simon, the owner of xlightshows.io and the Tesla Owner Club Netherlands, for allowing me to come on this trip. Links for them will be in the description. So the idea is we're going to get all these cars together to perform the same show, all lighting up next to each other with the music and some great shots. And it's not just here. We've done one in the UK, and there's individual people across Europe sending footage in of the same show, all to be edited together by Simon. Again, a link for that video will be in the description. Give that a watch to see the full show in effect. So, I know what you're thinking. It's a light show, it needs to be dark. It's still pretty bright outside, so yeah, we're gonna have to wait until darkness falls in a couple of hours before we get set off. So I'm gonna wait for a bit before me and a few others get over to the test centre to get this started. Right then, let's get on the way to the RDW test centre. There's a few of us going, so we're just gonna drive together. Once we arrived, there was just a long line of Teslas before we got to go in, most of them from the Netherlands of course, so we had a little walk down the road just to see all the cars before they let us in, and before you knew it, we were driving in to the test centre. Once all checked in, it was time to enter the actual test track with the crazy bank, as you can see at the end there. So this is where RDW have been testing FSD off the roads. Of course they've been doing on-road tests as well. But it's so cool to drive up the banks that you see, you know, performance cars going right across the edge to try and get to their max speeds. And then we reached the end of the line and it was just time to get parked up, really. It was interesting to see everybody just climb up the embankment there, again at the back of the video. And yeah, it was just really steep. You could hear when people were driving on, their tyres starting to slide. They said, don't go too high up the bank because your car will just slide down, especially at these lower speeds. So yep, got parked up, and then that was us, ready to get everybody in position before the start of the light show. And after I was parked up, I just sat along and watched the rest of the cars start coming in and lining up. Again, it was just crazy to see so many Teslas all in the line, ready to do the exact same thing. I mean, you can't complain about the community that Tesla have. The passion behind people who own these cars. You've got people who modify them and make them look so different to any other cars. They're just great to see. So just behind me, the team are slowly getting the cars all lined up. 3-metre difference, which creates a lovely ring around the loop on the test track here. We're nearly up to 100 cars already. Not too bad. So it's getting a bit darker now. It's about 7:30 in the evening. So we're due to start in around about an hour's time. So we've got a lot of different models here behind me, as we can see. You know, we've got Model Y, Model 3, Model Y, another Model Y. Oh, Model 3. Of course, there's going to be a lot of Model Ys and Model 3s. So any Model Y, Model 3 is here, and Juniper new Model Ys and Highland Model 3s. But at the moment, no legacy Model S or X's. There'll be some new kind of Plaid, the refresh ones over in Europe, because I did get them because left-hand drive. So there'll be a few of them, just down to the light show software that can't really support the legacy models. But you can see plenty of cars here at this event. Just look at them all behind. And it's only going to get better. Now, after the final safety check, all the cars in position, this is it. It's time for the light show itself. Now, sadly, YouTube copyright, I can't play the audio for the light show. I recorded it all. But if you do want to see the full light show, including the individual ones across all of Europe and different countries, then I'm going to link the official video made by Simon on his YouTube. So give that video a watch to see the full show in effect. And all I'll say, it was absolutely amazing, and I would 100% do it again. Also, view his website at xlightshows.io for future events to do these all around the world. The next one coming up is the Fantasy Worldwide Light Show. So you can get together with a few people in your area, film the light show, and send it in to be put on the video. Simon also makes loads of custom light shows to be bought. So yeah, I would 100% go and give him a visit. Links are in the description. While I stood and watched this amazing light show, it just gave me time to reflect on my journey here and also my experience for the past year being a Tesla owner. Like I've said, the community, you can't beat it. Everyone is just so friendly and passionate about their cars, and you can see that from talking to them and seeing what they've done, like little changes to their car, modifications. And everyone's just, like I said, absolutely fantastic for support, questions, and just to have a nice chat. And the journey, you know, battling the winds through the UK to get to Dover, actually taking the ferry for the first time and dealing with all that fun. And then driving through Europe, I've not done that either. Seeing what the infrastructure is like on the other side of the channel. And the great thing about Tesla is it's exactly the same. Everything is just plug in and it will charge, no messing about. And that's what we need for electric cars, because that is what makes them very similar to petrol and diesel. You're not worrying about, oh, does it support my card? Do I have to get me cards out, or do I need to use a charging card? It's just simple. And then just enjoying the area here in Lelystad. Again, talking to the friendly UK people who are also at Kelmarsh. And the Model 3 itself, it's been an absolute champion to drive this car. It's just been so easy and quiet and effortless, even without full self-driving, just using the autopilot system. The journey's just been quiet and simple, and that's what I want, no hassle at all. I wouldn't want to do this journey in any other car. Maybe a Model Y, but a Tesla is the best car for this journey. Now, as the light show comes to an end, we've got the long journey back to the UK, doing the journey in reverse, so all the way through back to Calais, taking the ferry over to Dover, and then the long drive back up to Liverpool. Will we be able to do it without an overnight stop? Well, you have to wait and see what happens on next week's video. And more importantly, the cost. How much does it cost me to do this entire trip? And that might surprise you. And how does it compare to petrol and diesel, especially with those prices rising? Be interesting to see. So don't miss part 4 of this epic journey. on the EU Tesla road trip. So don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our final part of the video series. So that's been me. Thanks for just watching this little video of the actual light show event. It's been amazing. And once again, thank you for the support, guys. It means a massive amount. And I will see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.